This is the RADNOR Report.
Ellen Francis, Lexi Donahue, Marcus Memorian, and Charlotte Pozalna. The Crowd Pleaser with Dylan Avnet.
The Juice with Lucy Bale.
And Stephen Fay with Sports.
Dedicated, determined, dependable, and downright good-looking. This is the RADNOR Report.
Paris Hilton comments on her time spent with Rad TV.
It was the most embarrassing, humiliating thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
NFL legend Joe Theismann watched our show.
Yeah, I did see it. That was terrible.
Hi, and welcome to the RADNOR Report for the week of April 1st. I'm Marcus Memorian.
And I'm Lexi Donahue. Topping the RADNOR beat this week, the RADNOR High School Scholarship Fund is offering multiple scholarships for deserving RADNOR High School seniors who need only to submit an application to the RHS Guidance Office by Friday, April 12th at 2:30 p.m. Applications can be found on the organization's website listed below. The maximum scholarship amount can total up to $8,000. The minimum planned award is $1,500 a year for 4 years. Last year, 24 scholarships were awarded. Financial need is the main criteria considered. Additional criteria include school and community involvement, interest in future plans, and other specific scholarship requirements. Applications are analyzed for need by an outsider, and interviews are held with the finalists. Contact either Donna Ward or Stephanie Quersey in the RHS Guidance Office with any specific questions.
A major challenge for young adults new to the real world is managing their money. Bills, investments, rent, consumer purchases all require financial knowledge that is often learned only when the credit card is maxed. That is unless you're paying for your desk like the students in Melanie Pereira's independent living class. We now go to Ellen, who has more on this story.
This year, RADNOR High School's Family and Consumer Sciences teacher, Ms. Pereira, is implementing My Classroom Economy, a hands-on economic curriculum where students are taught and rewarded for financial responsibility. The program promotes smart money management by having students figuratively take on jobs, pay bills, keep a bank log, make investments, balance bank accounts, and create budgets, among other tasks.
This is independent living, and the students are using the My Classroom Economy curriculum to learn about real-life financial concepts and practices in a fun and interactive way.
The students earn a base income of $750 for exemplary behavior and successful completion of assignments. They can earn an additional pay through jobs like classroom economist or auditor. Each month, the students must pay $800 to rent their desks or buy them outright for $2,400. They must also pay taxes and a share of an electric bill. They can use some of their earnings for insurance or investments. A class deduction allows them to bid on bonus items like 25% off the purchase of their desk or a spin on the big wheel for extra money.
I really like this class. I've learned things I've never learned before.
Yeah, I really like this class because it teaches you stuff that you would need to know later on in life.
So as you can see, because these students essentially earn a salary and have expenses, they better understand the nuances of financial management. In this day and age, that's a skill you can take to the bank, literally. For the RADNOR Report, I'm Ellen Francis. Back to you.
Thanks, Ellen. As many of you already know, RADNOR High School graduate Sunil Tripathi is missing, and his family and friends are searching for him. Sunil has been missing from his apartment in Providence, Rhode Island since March 16th. He has been struggling with depression for some time now, and naturally his family is extremely worried and just wants him home safe. He was last seen wearing a pair of blue jeans and a black Eastern Mountain Sports ski jacket, glasses, and a Philadelphia Eagles wool hat. He is 6 feet tall and weighs 130 pounds. We ask the community to help spread the word, especially to anyone in the Providence area. We ask you to join and encourage others to join the Facebook page entitled Help Us Find Sunil Tripathi. If you have any information on Sunil or wish to help with the search, please contact the Providence Police or the Tripathi family at the number and email listed on your screen. And it goes without saying that our hearts are with the entire Tripathi family, and we pray for Sunil's safe return. Let's go now to our main man, Steve-O Fay, with this week's Sports Buzz. Steve-O?
Thanks, guys. I am pleased to introduce you to this week's segment of The Buzz. Over the break, the boys varsity lacrosse team piled up 3 consecutive victories by beating Episcopal Academy 7-6 in a close game, then dominating Pennsbury High School 9-3, and completing their spring break with the incredible 7-5 win over Great Valley High School. On April 2nd, the boys beat Lower Marion High School 11-5, and in the win, the boys have now put themselves in a confident position for the early part of the season and are at the top of the standings. In the span of 4 games, the boys tallied 7 goals against Episcopal, 9 against Pennsbury, and 7 against Great Valley, and 11 against LM, combining for a total of 34 goals to their opponent's 19 goals scored within a span of 2 weeks. Many of those victories were won by the leadership of the seniors that include Brennan Mandarak in goal, Alex Mandarak, Jake Shapiro, Shane Shapiro, Tommy Hemsher, Tom Farnish, Peter Donato, Kevin Riley, and Danny Michelson. The boys varsity lax team have more competitive games this week against teams who are pretty well known in their respective towns, and those teams are Garnet Valley High School and Haverford Private School. RADNOR will play Garnet Valley High School away on Thursday at 7:00 p.m. and play Haverford Private High School on Saturday on the turf field at 1:00 p.m. I'm sure the team can use more support through this unbelievable start to the season, and hoping everyone comes to the game showing off their white and maroon colors for the team. Girls varsity lacrosse also were featured over break, playing a team over break from California called Cartelet High School, who were the state champs, and the girls were very successful in the victory. The girls varsity lacrosse team have a game Thursday, April 4th at home on Anke Field at 3:45. The girls will need all the help they can to get from the student body, and I'm sure with a good attendance they will put on a show for you. Jumping from lacrosse now to the varsity baseball squad, who over the spring break went 2-2 down in Florida, where they played competitive teams from all over the country. After getting back from Florida, they just began Central League play on April 1st, where they played Lower Marion High School and won 14-3. On April 2nd, they lost to Strathaven 7-3. But are going to try to capitalize on a W against Marple Newtown High School on Thursday, April 4th, home on Varsity Field at 3:45 p.m. And on Saturday, April 6th, the boys traveled to Episcopal Academy High School to play in a non-league game at 11:00 a.m. With a 2-2 record on the season so far, the boys are wanting to improve their record so that they can stay in the middle of the pack with the other big-name baseball schools in the Central League. Well, my quote of this week really puts into perspective the work ethic of our student athletes and how becoming better than what you are now in a sport is vital to what you can become if you have a plan and a mindset of, it can be done. Then that can never be taken away from you. Emmitt Smith, one of the greatest running backs of all time, once said, For me, winning isn't something that happens suddenly. On the field, when the whistle blows and the crowds roar, winning is something that builds physically and mentally every day that you train and every night that you dream. I will give you your time back now. I mean, do you really want it back?
Oh, Steve, you and your perception of time.
And now it's time for things that make you go, What's the difference between partly cloudy and partly sunny?
With prom just around the corner, the high school is being flooded with promposals. However, senior Ben Kleiman has taken his promposal to the next level. Ben is determined to go to prom with Emma Watson. Yes, Harry Potter's Emma Watson. He videotaped his request and is hoping the video will go viral so she will actually see it. So help us help Ben receive as many YouTube views as possible. Just search for Emma Watson, will you go to prom with me? Since we know you're all curious, we will show you the video now.
Dumbledore dies.
Are you kidding me? I'm not even finished the book yet. Oh, hey, Emma. Ben Kleiman here, casually inviting you to my senior prom on May 18th, 2013. Emma, just because I'm a privileged teenager from the outskirts of Philadelphia doesn't mean that I use my firefighting status to get dollar burritos at Chipotle.
Your total was $34.19.
No, it's okay. I'm a firefighter.
You're a firefighter? Okay, your total is $100.
Nor does it mean that I'm bad at sports. Because you see, Emma, I'm on a horse. I'm no Ron Weasley, but let's face it, Em. We have our glaring similarities. You're good looking. I like good looking people. You into brown. I like brownies. You were a wizard. I thought I was a wizard once. Guardian Leviosa. Guardian Leviosa. On. That's better. I'm not going to sugarcoat this, Emma. Prom season's around the corner, and I'm in need of a date. So Emma Watson, will you go to prom with me?
Best of luck to you, Ben. It's time to see once again how the students of Radnor make us
Radnor proud.
The Radnor High School Model United Nations Club finished its most successful year in team history by placing first out of 150 schools from 20 different countries at the National High School Model United Nations Conference in New York City in early March. The conference, founded in 1975 and held at the United Nations International Headquarters, welcomes approximately 3,000 high school delegates from around the world for 4 days of debate about global issues. Charlotte Pizzauna met up with some of the members of this club to find out more about this impressive accomplishment.
April Fools, it's me. I'm here for the interview. I'm here with
Ben Chansky,
Jessica Levitan,
both members of Model UN. So can you guys tell me, and for those who don't know, what Model UN is?
All right, well, Model UN stands for Model United Nations, and the Model UN Club at Radnor attends about 4 conferences a year. And the conferences, they're usually held around colleges, and they can consist of anywhere from 300 to 3,000 different high school students. And you go and you talk about current issues, and you draft resolutions in the committee that you're assigned to before the conference.
Oh, and you represent a certain country that you're designated prior to the conference.
All right, so can you tell us about the latest conference and what it entailed?
So the last conference we went to was NISMN, which stands for National Model United Nations, and that took place in New York City, and it had like schools from all over the world, like China, Spain, Myanmar, France, so many Italians. They were everywhere. And we represented the United States. I know I was on SOCUM, social committee, and we dealt with like, you know, civil rights and that kind of stuff. And we were pretty successful. We won, our group won like the best.
Just best delegation award. And there were, how many kids were at NISMN?
3,000.
3,000. So that's probably about like 125 schools.
Yeah.
And Radnor took home first, which is a really big deal, and it was pretty cool.
Is there anything else you guys want to say to kids who are thinking about Model UN?
Sorry. The tryout process sounds really hard, because I remember last year when I was a freshman, I was trying out. I was so scared. I remember I was texting Jessica all the time, so stressed. It's not that bad. It's kind of intense, but you can get through it. It's totally doable, and it's so worth it.
Yeah, Model UN is actually so fun, and it's a lot of work, but it's cool work because it's not just like, you actually get to, you research, but it's not boring research because you actually come up with solutions to real world issues, and it's really satisfying. And it's the best feeling in the world when you're spending 4 days with like kids from all around the world, and then you just become friends by the end, and you become Facebook friends, and you get home and you like see friend requests from people from China and from Europe, and you're just like, yes, it's really cool.
Thanks a lot, guys.
You're welcome.
Our pleasure.
Truth. And now it's time for Did You Know? Did you know Twitter announced that vowels are no longer permitted in tweets in order to facilitate a more efficient and dense form of communication? If you want to use vowels, then you must upgrade it to the full Twitter service, which costs $5 a month.
Did you know that the company Razer is introducing the Razer Naga, a computer mouse that doubles as a phone? So now, when you're working on your computer, you can order pizza without even taking your sweaty hands off the mouse.
Did you know Virgin Atlantic Airlines is introducing the world's first glass-bottom plane? Now, when you look down from your seat, there will be a thin pane of glass between you and the runway landscape or clouds below.
Did you know that Imgur has now announced their latest addition to their uploader called Snail Mail? If uploading an image to the internet has always seemed too confusing or complicated for you to understand, now for the simple price of a postage stamp, you can mail your image to Imgur's P.O. Box, and they will mail you back your unique URL. Then use your landline to call your friends and tell them to look at your image on the internet.
Did you know Bath Store, the bath retailer in the UK, has introduced the first vertical bath? With modern living spaces getting smaller and smaller, you can now enjoy soaking in the tub in even the tiniest of bathrooms.
Did you know the mobile phone insurance company mobileinsurance.com has teamed up with a world-class physicist who invented a self-activating force field that springs into action whenever it detects that your phone is in danger?
Did you know the company ThinkGeek has introduced the first Play-Doh 3D printer? Simply plug the printer into your iPad and use the free app to begin your designs. Your kids will watch in amazement as the Play-Doh drips onto the conveyor belt and their 3D image is created.
Did you know Firebox is coming out with Susie? She's like a virtual Siri, except she actually understands the human language, can reliably find what you're looking for, and sounds more like a lady from London than a pre-recorded robot. She'll remind you of important engagements, provide you with advice, and even compliment you on your outfit.
Did you know scientists in Cambridge have created glow-in-the-dark popcorn designed specifically for moviegoers who want to see their popcorn while still watching their favorite flick?
Did you know Sprint has come out with Sprint Specs, glasses that give the illusion of eye contact? You can email or text while still looking engaged and without seeming rude.
And this concludes our April Fool's edition of Did You Know?
Oh, yeah, we got them.
Yeah, we are really funny.
No matter what other people are saying, we are funny.
No, we're funny. Get school news sent directly to your phone. You can receive alerts, news, and other information from the Radnor Township School District via text message. Posts made to our school district's Twitter account can automatically be sent as text to your phone, even if you don't have a Twitter account. Simply text follow at Radnor TSD to 40404, and you'll start receiving the district's tweets as text messages when they're posted. You may do the same for Rad TV by texting follow at Radnor TV.
What's going on with those youngins?
Elementary school news.
Attention 5th grade students and parents. A short presentation on Radnor Middle School's Crossroads program will take place at each elementary school toward the end of April. Exact dates and times are listed on your screen. Crossroads is a year-long alternative to the traditional 6th grade curriculum at RMS. The program combines the study of language arts, social studies, and science to explore issues related to communities and cultures. If you have any questions or concerns regarding Crossroads, please contact Thomas Rondelich at the email below.
Now let's go to the loose with juice.
You mean the juice with loose?
Yeah, that's what I said, the loose with juice.
No, you forget it. Lucy?
Everybody's thirsty for some juice with loose.
It's time for Juice with Loose.
Thanks, guys. This is the Juice with Loose, where I bring you all the latest Hollywood gossip straight from people.com. Beverly Mitchell and her husband, Michael Cameron, welcomed daughter Kenzie Lynn on Thursday, March 28th. Making her big debut in Santa Monica, California, the baby girl weighed in at 5 pounds and measured 18 inches. Beverly said that they have fallen instantly in love and can't wait to be the best parents they can be to their beautiful little angel. I'm not the only one who looks absolutely amazing with bangs anymore. Suri Cruz was spotted with super short bangs while on her way to a friend's house in New York City. But unlike mom Katie Holmes' full blunt version, the nearly 7-year-old's style is really cropped. Actually, it looks like it may have been her own handiwork, as it doesn't really match the rest of her long, lush locks. Either way, she looks adorable with or without them. The show must go on for the cast and crew of Glee. Following news that Corey Monteith checked into rehab for substance addiction, the remaining 2 episodes of the season will still be filmed, but they will be done without the actor. The absence of Monteith's character, McKinley High graduate Finn, will be explained to viewers. Glee creator Ryan Murphy said that he is so proud of Corey Monteith and that he loves and supports him 100%. Nicole Snooki Polizzi became a mom late last August, and she has some humorous tell-it-like-it-is words of advice for Kim Kardashian. Speaking as MTV's celebrity baby correspondent, Polizzi offered the expectant Kardashian video tips on looking glam when bringing her baby into the world. While waiting to dilate, there's plenty of time to apply makeup, Polizzi advises. I waited 27 hours, and the whole time I just put on makeup and watched cartoons, she said. But hospitals are boring with blank white walls, so a nice pink or red lip is key in looking your best, advises the reality star. Well, that's all the juice for this week. Back to you guys.
Student placement is a critical educational process based on a set criteria serving educational purposes. Radnor Elementary reminds us that the professionals involved in the school setting out of concern for the total school program maintain the right and the responsibility for placement. Although they cannot honor requests for specific teachers, the children's needs and programming will be the primary concerns for the placement. Radnor Elementary understands that parents are also interested in providing feedback, so if parents have additional pertinent information about their child, they may submit it for consideration by April 12th. You may use the designated school form that is available on the RESE reminder page.
Well, that about wraps it up for this week's edition of the Radnor Report. For Lucy, Steven, Dylan.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dylan.
How you guys doing?
Hi.
Just gonna get
there.
through it.
Dylan, we're trying to wrap up the show.
I know. I just wanted to ask Rachel Wortham to prom. Rachel, will you go to prom with me?
That's a good one, Dylan.
Right?
April Fools.
That's funny.
Guys, no. Seriously.
Oh,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Cue music. Rachel Wortham, will you go to prom with me?
For all of us here at the Radnor Report, I'm Lexi Donahue.
And I'm Marcus Memorian. Have a great weekend and an even better week.
See you next time.
Is he waiting for her to respond?
Just let it go. Let it go.
So true, funny how it seems, always in time.